like what's being described in the community. And if anything, it's creating more rhetoric and it's causing more angst in the community. This is not a takeover. This is not New Orleans. This is not Detroit. This is not Tennessee. We, and when I say we, County Executive Abele and I went to Milwaukee Public Schools and we said, let's partner. Some of you have heard me say this before. I have reviewed that piece of legislation daily to find a way to make this something that does not harm Milwaukee Public Schools. The way that the legislation is written literally, it states the following, that a commissioner is supposed to identify as many schools as it lays out. And it says 3 schools for this school year, 3 schools for 16-17, up to 5 for the 17-18 school year. And that's what the legislation says. And that all the commissioner has to do is just identify a private charter management operator and let the schools go. And those schools never have to return NPS. And so that's if we were proposing that, then I would expect this type of response. What we've put on the table is the furthest thing from that concept. It's not even close. Speaking candidly and freely, when the co-authors of the legislation found out what we were proposing, they literally said, why are you doing this? Because you don't have to. You do not have to. If there's concern and frankly anger in the community about the law itself, I get it. I understand. But with all due respect, I don't understand why the attacks and the rhetoric and frankly the falsehoods about what this is continuing to be spread in this community. What we have offered and proposed to Milwaukee Public Schools is a partnership that gives the money back to Milwaukee Public Schools, a partnership that keeps people employed with all their benefits, with all their salaries. A proposal that says we will match and do whatever MPS is doing around community schools. Because we agree, poverty is a major component to why this isn't working in these schools. One of the reporters asked me outside, why do you think we're even talking about OSPP? The reason why we're talking about OSPP is because the schools have been identified as struggling schools. So when we talk about why we're here, what I haven't heard yet is that you have a partner in County Executive Abele and I, you have a partner in advocating for the state's most struggling schools. We want to partner with you. We've gone the opposite way of what the law could have given us the ability to do. And yet, there's the pushback. And yet, there are falsehoods being put out. And so, in getting feedback since April 21st, the county executive and I said, okay, the feedback that we received from the MTEA was commit to 1 school, because you could do more. We think we can get our people to understand that you're trying to cooperate with Milwaukee Public Schools if you can publicly say you're just doing 1 school. And so we've done that. We've done just that. We said 1 school. And if you need it in writing, we'll have it, we'll push it out in writing. We'll push it out in writing for the entire community to see. And yet, there are falsehoods. There are flat out inaccurate statements being made about what this proposal means. We want to help